What's up guys, Matt Tolbers. Today we're going to review this Bluetti AC200L. This is Bluetti's newest power station. It's actually the upgraded version to the AC200Max. This has 2,048 watt hours, but as you can see it's very expandable, up to 8,192 watt hours with two B300s. This has a 2,400 watt inverter. So basically you can power almost anything you're going to use for off-grid or camping or whatever. Here it is, guys, up close and personal. Look at this beast of a setup. I do have something already plugged into the car charger spot just because it's pretty dark in this cabin. The lights are really dull, so I brought this like new Goal Zero thing. So it's that's why there's power coming out of DC here. So I don't want to turn it off, but to turn it off, you just press this power button once. To turn it on, you just press it again. You don't have to hold it or anything. So they obviously have the cigarette lighter 12 volt right here, and then they have this other one that's a 48 volt 8 amp. I guess they have a new attachment that's coming out for that. You plug into this, and then I guess like for your RV, you can run a bunch of 12 volt appliances at once. So that would be pretty sweet if you have an RV. So on the screen, it shows 1 and 2 in the corner because I have 2 attachable batteries connected. So it's letting you know that. Your DC input is obviously your car charger or your solar. Your output, I have 53 watts going out on this 12 volt here because I'm running that light on high. And then the AC inputs, obviously you're charging from the wall or some kind of gas generator. Your AC output here, there's nothing plugged in and it's not turned on, so there's 0. We're at 98%, shows the hours, 99.9 hours. You got your DC, your USB, and your AC buttons here, which I love when they separate the DC and the USB because a lot of the time I'll have my refrigerator plugged in here and like I have lights plugged in here, so sometimes I want my fridge to run all night, but I don't want the lights on. So it's nice when they have that separated. But to turn it on, you just press it once, now it's on. Press it again, it's off. Same thing with AC, so very simple. You got 2 100 watt USB-Cs, so those are both the fast charging. And then you got 2 USB-As, which are both 18 watt, which are also fast charging. Then on the AC side, you can see it's 120 volt, 2,400 watt. We got 4 20 amp AC plugs with these like dust covers. And you got a 30 amp RV plug, so for people with RVs, this is nice. The back side of the device, it's just a bunch of the specs, so if you want to pause that and look at that, you can do that. Has a nice flat top here, some really good handles on there with a lot of grip underneath them, so no issue keeping that close to your body and carrying it. It does weigh 62 pounds, so it is lithium iron phosphate batteries though. So they're a little bit heavier, but they're really safe, and it's like 3,000 cycles down to 80% capacity. Here's the sides. That side does have these dual fans, which is really nice. Keep it nice and cool. And then here's the other side, same thing. So you can get a lot of airflow going right through there. It does come with a bag, and then you have this thing that you can kind of keep all your cords together. This is the new power cord, so you no longer need that big power brick like you needed on the previous versions. So it has an aviation style plug with 3 plugs there. You can see that goes right into the AC input. They have these nice covers, dust covers or whatever. So unscrew it, and then you can see it has 3 little prongs there. And then here's your DC one, 12 volt to 145 volt for solar. Your second cord here is your DC cord. This one has 2, so you can't mess these up. That screws right into there. Has an XT90 on the other side. So you plug that into your car charger here, which take about 20 hours to fully charge this if you use that. Then you got your solar cord with the MC4s. That can do up to 1,200 watts of solar. So if you had max solar, perfect conditions, you could fully charge this in about 2 hours. So here's the AC cord connected. And here's that DC cord connected, just screws right in. So there you can see it connected to the cigarette plug. Here it's connected to your MC4s, which is for your solar panels. It also has a spot to ground it with a little screw if you want to ground this thing. It has a circuit protector, and then this is where you do your battery expansion, where you see I plugged in 2 B300s. You just take this cord and you plug it in, which I'll demonstrate. These big thick cords come with the B300, so if you order those, you'd get this cord with it. So to plug this in, you can see there's a push button right here, and then here, this is a lock and unlock. So you got to make sure you're in unlock, and you got to push this down. When you push this into the expansion slot, you just push this in there. Once it's in, you just lock it like that, and now it's safe and secure. It's the same thing with these B300s. You just connect one to the other one, and you connect one to the device, so it's very simple. So I wanted to show you guys this. So now everything's off, right? When I turn it on, it's going to turn on all of it at once, the whole system. It's also really nice about these B300s is not only you have all that extra power, but now you got 2 more cigarette lighters. You got 2 more USB-C 100 watt, which is the fast charging. You got 2 more USB-A 18 watts. You can also individually charge these via solar also if you want to, not just rely on the 1,200 watts from this. This can take up to 2,400 watts of AC power and fully charge in 1.5 hours, but to get that much AC power, you do have to get their upgraded cord that does not come with it. It's like 80 bucks. But say you had a gas generator or something, you're out camping, you wanted to pump this full of power quick and then use the basically silent power of this at nighttime, you could do that in 1.5 hours. The cord that comes with it is a 15 amp cord. So the max you can do with this cord is 1800 watts an hour, which is still a lot of power. But if you wanted to get the 2400 watts coming in without getting the upgraded cord, you could combine this with solar at the same time for a max input of 2400 watts. This is 2048 watt hours by itself, but like I said, with these two B300s, this is 8192 watt hours, which is the largest setup you can get on this AC200L. But there are two other options. You can get two B210s if you don't need quite as much power. They're a little bit smaller too and lighter. And then you can also get one B230 if you would like. Time to test out some high power pulling products here. We got all sorts of stuff, so let's see how well this inverter does. Time to turn the AC on and turn the coffee maker on. 620 watts. Let's push it. So about 2100 watts right now. Should have no issue. So it says it would run 3.2 hours if it continued at over 2000 watts, which is kind of crazy. Keurig's done. Now we got coffee and toast going, 1360 watts. We're almost close to the max. So we'd be making coffee, having toast. We could be making some bacon and eggs right now. Well, our toast is done. Our coffee's done. More coffee's done. We're about to plug this in here. This pulls a lot of power. It's an electric kettle. All right, so we're going to start trying to go over the number here. It's already, oh my gosh, 1400 watts. I don't know if this is going to handle it, but let's give it a shot. So it's not having any issue at 2400. Let's push it past the max and see how long. Ooh, yeah, it's way past. Oh, it shut it down. That was at 3050 some watts for probably like 5-6 seconds. So I would assume I just press that, turn it off, see if I can turn it back on. So that should be on. Yep. Let's try turning this down to a lower heat. So now let's try this again, but on a little bit less power. So now we're at about 2700 watts. Let's see if it shuts off here. So we have this at medium low because that pulls a ton of power. We have that boiling and we have the toaster going. It's at 2700. That's 300 more than the 2400 watt inverter and it's still running. So that is good. It's not shutting off, guys. I'll try going up a little bit here. Ooh. Oh, now it's probably gonna shut off. Oh, yep, that shut it off. So it was handling 2700 pretty well. So let's turn on this electric heater, turn it to a cool color. It's running this on high, toaster, and that on medium high. Wow, I'm very impressed, especially since this is only rated for 2400 watts, and it's doing 2800 watts right now, and it's still staying on. That's very impressive. So you can definitely make breakfast. You can even heat yourself up if you want to at the same time. There we go. These are going to be burnt because I turned it on really high, but yep, it definitely makes some toast. So here's my brand new microwave. Turn that on for 30 seconds. Turn the heater on max, pulling 2300 watts. This would have no issue running that at the same time. This does support UPS mode and pass-through charging, which is really good because if you have this thing plugged into the wall, and then see you have your medical devices, your refrigerators, your freezers, your computers, whatever. Because this has UPS mode, power is going directly to that. But if the power goes out, this will switch instantly to battery power within 20 milliseconds. So when I unplug this, you should see tiny flicker, but it's maybe you saw a flicker. But that should keep all your devices running. It does come with a 5-year warranty, which is basically the max I've ever heard on a power station. And it also operates from -4 Fahrenheit up to 104 Fahrenheit. All right, here's Bluetti's app. You can see I have 1400 watts coming from the grid right now. And you can see I have 53 watts going out from the DC because I have my light running, and then 0 on AC. If I had solar or car charger, it would be up where PV is here. Battery information will tell me how much percentage is on the AC200L and both of those B300s. This shows me I got 89% left in the AC200L, and I have 95% on both of my B300s. The only reason is because I had it unplugged, otherwise they'd all be at the exact same number.
And then we can turn off the DC USB by pressing that. You can see it turned off my light, but then the battery that's in the light kicked on. Turn that back on. You also turn AC on and off from pressing this button right here. You can use Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, so you can see I have that enabled. So under settings, you can see you got all your manuals if you want to look at that, your Wi-Fi and all of that, homepage display. This is really cool. You can adjust your UPS mode. There's a bunch of different options. You can look into that. Those are really sweet, that it's customizable like that. Here's your charging mode. Silent just means it will charge slower, but also the fans will be super, super quiet. Say you're sleeping and you didn't need to charge it fast. And you got standard and turbos. You can obviously use the fans the most, but either way, the fans are really quiet even on turbo mode. And then self-grid adaptation, which is actually cool. I should probably have that on. So like if you have something where your power is like different throughout the day or something, I guess it knows how to handle that. It also has this powerlifting mode. So instead of like 2400 watts, it's like you have 3600 watts available for like heating element devices like that have like a toaster or a coffee maker or heated blanket or anything like that. Basically, it'll just drop the power, but it'll allow those devices to still run at a lower power. It also has this eco mode you can turn on and off, and you can adjust it. So basically, like say you have something that you only need to charge on your USB for like 4 hours, your phone, and then it'll be completely charged. You don't want this inverter running all night. You can set it for whatever, or if you want your AC to run for only so long and then turn off, you can do that, or you can keep it so it just stays on at all times. So it's nice to kind of conserve power there. The auto sleep is just for your screen. If you want your screen to never turn off or turn off in 5 minutes or 30 seconds, you can do that. You can set your DC input there. Here's your firmware upgrade if you need to upgrade it or have the current version. Advanced setting, now this is cool. You can do your 50, 60 hertz depending on where you live, obviously. So under the charging, it comes set at 12 amps, but you can get up to 15 amps with the included cord. You just have to contact Bluetti and you put it in pro mode and they give you this code you enter. So now you can get up to 1800 watts with the current cord. But if you do buy their 30 amp cord, you can change this to 20 amps and you get 2400 watts. You just have to put it in pro mode and then enter their code. So not having a touch screen on here is really nice to have this app because you can kind of get into the more fine details if you'd like. Here's my cabin, guys, that I had for the night. So I just got to enjoy it and get this review done. But it was a really nice little cabin. I don't know if I showed you guys the inside here. It has this little screened in porch thing. And I just got done cleaning it all out. But here's the inside. Sleep, what, 6 people in here comfortably. So yeah, propane heater. It's got power in here, but yeah, it was really nice. So I wanted to show you one more thing, guys, before we take off. I swept up, everything's nice and clean here. Here's the area we're at, by the way. So I wanted to show you before I take off. I got like 8 minutes before I take off. We're at 100%, so I can't really demonstrate the input of the solar panel. But you can see I have it connected to the DC, the included cord there. The only thing that's extra is this 20-foot extension cord I got on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description for stuff like that. This is actually Bluetti's PV420. It's a 420 watt solar panel. I think it's the largest portable solar panel you can get. So it's nice instead of having like 4 individual 100-watt solar panels, you got to connect them all and stuff like that. It's just nice to have one set of cords, plug it in and you're good to go. So that would be pulling in a lot of power right now because the sun's kind of coming out. It's starting to come out. But you can see the back's nice. Got 3 metal legs, which is really nice, and has a zipper and pull out the cord, and I just connected it there. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that quick. So like I said, you can get 1200 watts of solar on this AC200L. All right, guys, well, that was my review of this AC200L. I really like it. Bluetti is currently my favorite power station solar panel company. That's why I accepted this for a review. So if you guys want to get one, I'll have a link in the description. I plan to do a lot of epic camping adventures. This is probably my last review I'm going to do for until at least springtime. I'm kind of getting away from that. I already have an epic setup now. I don't need anything really. So yeah, we'll be doing a lot of winter camping and a lot of exploring the United States, going to epic places. So if you guys want to check that stuff out, make sure to subscribe, leave a like if you would like to, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.